Hi guys, welcome to Olive channel. So today in this video we are going to discuss articles in English grammar. So let's look at the various articles, of course the rules and the questions that can be asked from this chapter. So let's go to the PPT, let's understand this topic very well. Okay. What is the meaning of articles in English grammar if I say? These are words which are used before nouns and they modify a noun basically. So words which are used before noun and they modify noun, define noun. They function as adjectives. We all know that adjectives are the ones which talk about nouns, they define. So they function as adjectives only. Now understand the very important thing. They define a noun as specific or general, right? How as specific or general, I will show you with the help of an example, right? So if I write after the long day, comma, the cup of tea tasted particularly good, right? Now here you can see I have used the long day, which means that I am referring to one specific day that was long. So I'm being specific here, right? One specific day. And the here before cup of tea means I'm referring to one cup of tea that tasted good, a specific one, right? The same thing I can write using a different article, which is after a long day, a cup of tea tastes good. A cup of tea tastes good. So this is in a very general way I'm writing it. It's nothing specific. I'm using article a before long day and a cup of tea, which means that we are giving a general statement that if we have a cup of tea after any day, which is a long day, it tastes good. So understand that in English, we have these three as articles. These are called articles, the three words, a and the, right? So I will tell you the definite article is this, which tells or talks about something specific. The general ones is indefinite one is a and an. Means the limits the meaning of a noun or to one particular thing. It limits the meaning because you're talking about something very, very specific. Limits the meaning of a noun. Very specific, makes it specific. So, for example, if somebody asks you, are you going to the party this weekend? The party means you're referring to a specific party which you know about, right? So, article the, it is limiting the meaning. So, please give me the pen. So, you are referring to a certain pen. Please give me the pen. There's a difference. If I say the pen means you're referring to a particular pen, might be a red pen, might be the specific your own pen. If I just write, please give me a pen, it could be any pen. Just give me a pen, it could be any pen, right? A pen, just any pen. But here a and an are called the indefinite articles, right? And the is the definite one, which makes something very definite, specific, defines it, right? So let's go into further details. Like I told you, the types are two, definite and indefinite article. So for the definite article, you know it is the. Why? I've defined the reason because we are talking about something specific, mentioning something very, very specific, right? Similarly, something which is, you can say, unique, right? So this is your definite article, the. Indefinite, we are not defining it. We are just stating something in general. So A, these two are your indefinite articles. Something mentioned in general, right? Hope the meaning is clear now. Now, there are certain usages of both of these, when to use the, when to use a, when to use and. This is what articles consist of. If you have to know articles in depth, this is what you should know definitely. So let's begin. When to use a or an, which are your indefinite articles. There are 26 letters in English language. You all know that. A to Z, A to Z. 5 are vowels and the other are consonants. The other 21 are consonants, right? So first thing which you need to know is this. Now, how do you decide when to use a, when to use and, when to use the? Very important. How do you decide that? It's with the help of sound. Understand? Consonant sound, vowel sound, right? So, okay, first let me write the 5 vowels for you. A, E, I, O, U. So any of the word, noun word, which has this sound, you should remember that you will use and before it. It is always with the help of sound, right? It is always with the help of sound that we decide the article to be used. So if it starts with a vowel sound, then which is the article we use? It's an. If it starts with a consonant sounds, all the remaining alphabets are consonants, 21 consonants. So B, C, D, F, G, H, J, K, L, M, N, P, Q, R, S, T, V, all the remaining 21, X, Y, Z. If it starts with this sound, then it usage of article A. Okay, let me give you a few examples to make it very, very clear. So vowel sound words, for example, I will say an, ant, obviously starting with vowel sound. An enemy, right? Don't look at the alphabet here. Look at the sound here based on sound. We will say an hour. Very important example. It is starting with a consonant alphabet, but the sound is of a vowel. Hour, we say an hour. The sound. Always concentrate on the sound of the alphabet, and this is how you will determine whether to use an or a, right? A boy, obviously consonant sound. A book, and we say a university. Very important example again. A university, because you see it is starting with a vowel U, but the sound is not of U, it's of Y. University, consonant sound. It's a consonant sound. It's the sound of Y. So, a university. A European, right? A European, again Y sound. So always please make note of this. Many people do not know this very basic thing. When we do articles, it's about the sound, and based on that we determine whether to use article A or whether to use article an. Hope this is clear. Now there is usage of these articles, where to use it. There are certain very, very common usages which we should know, and I will give you these with the help of examples, right? Make you understand these with the help of many, many examples. Now, indefinite articles, you all know, we are talking about usage of a or an. Where to use? Before singular countable noun. Please understand, these are always used before nouns which you can count, right? For example, if I say she has a motorbike, obviously when I say motorbike, that is a countable noun, you can count, therefore is used. Okay. Ravi has an umbrella. Yeah. We are using an because here the sound is of a vowel plus It's countable. Umbrella is countable noun, right? So this is the first basic use. It's placed now. Now articles are always placed before nouns, and we of course look for sounds. And this is first rule, which is countable noun. Next is phrases. You will see this. This is very common. You will see these being used in many phrases. For example, at a loss. She was at a loss of words, right? So probably a huge list of phrases in which we use they were in a hurry. In a hurry is a phrase. So in general phrases we use these. Okay. If a verb is used as a noun in the sentence, important one, if you're using a verb word but it is used as a noun. For example, I will show you one very important example here. He goes for a walk every morning. So now you see here, walk is a verb, but here it is defining an activity. So it is used as a noun, a walk, right? It's an activity. So a is used, article a. Why? It is a verb word, but it is right now functioning as a noun. Nobody is walking right now, just we are naming an activity. So very important, when a verb word is used as a noun, we always use an article before it. If singular noun is used after these words, remember these words, you'll have to learn these this particular rule: rather, quite, many, such. We say it was such a wise decision. We will never say it was such wise decision. Then you can say article is missing. It was such a wise, because here we are using such, right? So such, after that we require a, right? So because there is a singular noun used, wise decision is a singular noun. That is why we have put article a before it. Yeah, the other examples could be, we can say it is rather a pity. It is rather a sad situation. It was quite an impossible task. It was, see, quite an impossible task. Impossible task. We are talking about a singular noun, and we are using the word quite, which means in between we require the article, right? So when you read these kind of sentences, you'll be able to store it in your mind that these are the usages, but these are how they make rules to help you understand, right? Their usage. So these are converted into rule. Even through normal reading, you will understand, right? Next usage is with proper nouns when they are unknown to the speaker. Now you don't know about a thing. A proper noun is a particular name, right? So for example, if I say this novel or this book is written by a Rekha Banerjee, right? For example, okay, I don't know who this person is. I don't know this person personally, right? For me, he or she is an unknown person. Then before a name, I've put a. We never put a before a name. But if you don't know that person, if that person is unknown to me, then I can use it, right? Very important rule. Next is to express a particular trait or characteristic. For example, if I say, a very common example, my boss is a Hitler. So I will not say a Hitler, but here it means why I'm using a. This together means I'm referring to a characteristic of my boss. I'm referring to probably a, you can say, a quality of my boss, which is, for example, a Hitler means I'm saying, yeah, my boss is very dominating, for example. So I can say she is a Hitler, right? So when you're representing or using a name to show quality, right? Then we use a before that name. Otherwise, no. Exclamatory sentences, this is an easy one. We definitely say, what a pretty place. Yeah, we are surprised, we are happy. So exclamation we use. So just a pretty place, right? What a magnificent building. Fractions, you all know. Fractions, you all know. 3 and a half kilo rice. Right? So this is the fraction I'm mentioning. I've used a, right? These are general common usages. So, okay, hope these 8 usages, the very, very common general ones, are clear to you. Next is article the usage. So this is important. Where to use article the? Something which is already mentioned. For example, if I say, I wrote a letter of complaint. The letter had, the letter was written to the headmaster. Now, the letter, why are we using the letter in my second statement? Why are we using this particular definite article the? Because I'm talking about something which is already mentioned. Which letter? We have already mentioned a letter. So it is a letter of complaint. But after this, mentioning it once, when you are again mentioning it, right, we use the, which means we are referring to the previous one, the previous thing that we have mentioned. Okay. Pointing out towards a specific person. So if I have to point out towards something specific, not general, something specific. So if I say the girl in the car. So it is very clear there is a specific car and the girl is also specific in that car. So I'm referring to certain which is thing which is specific, right? The boy in blue boots. So which is very clear, I'm mentioning to a specific boy who is wearing blue boots, right? So a specific person when I am referring to, I will use the. Next usage, unique things, obviously, certain things which are just in just one. You all know this, we always use the world, the moon, the sun, etc. Each thing unique, right? There is no thing parallel to it. Only one exists. Okay. Next is before adjectives. Now see, the before adjectives, if you put a very important rule, this one, if you put the before an adjective, it means eventually that you are referring to the whole group. For example, a very general statement, if I write here, the rich is getting richer day by day. The rich is getting richer day by day. Means I'm referring to rich, which is an adjective, but I have put the before it. So together, this makes we are talking to all the rich people as a group, any rich people. We're talking about each and every rich person. So if I say the unemployed or the poor, means all the poor people. We are referring to the whole group. The unemployed means all the people who are unemployed. To refer to a group, right, we always use the before the adjective word. Next, obviously before the names of the oceans, rivers, deserts, you know, right? We always use the before these names. Let's look at a few examples. Okay, oceans and seas, you have heard this. The Pacific, the Black Sea, right? Rivers, you all know before the names we always use the Ganga, the Nile, deserts, the Sahara, group of islands. We always use the before group of islands, the West Indies, ranges, it's mountain ranges. So the Himalayas, it's not peak. When we talk about ranges, we always use the holy books, of course, you know this, the Bible, the Quran, the Bhagavad Gita, right? So all of these, the specific things wherein we use particularly the, even for before certain newspaper names, you know, right? The Times of India, Hindustan Times, newspaper names also you can add here, right? Okay. Nationality. Now, very important. I think I've not mentioned it here, but I will add. So when we talk about, okay, when we talk about nationality also, very important. If I, for example, write the French, if I'm putting the before this French means people from, I'm referring to people from France. People from France to describe nationality. If I say the English means we are saying people from England. For nationality also we use this particular article, right? The. Okay. Now, where not to use the article, there are certain cases, very simple ones. For example, meals, before meals, the dinner, the lunch, we don't use it before meals, right? Before uncountable nouns, right? Before languages. Now here, the English, if I say, it will mean nationality, of course, people from England. Okay. But I cannot say the English subject. We never use before language, we never use the, right? Before the names, we never use the. So this is something very, very common. Where to not use the is also important. Okay. So this is it, usage of definite article. Now let's do a few questions. See, do you get these questions or no? So the first one, practice question, how it is framed is a sentence with two blanks. And definitely you have to give me the articles which are required in these blanks. So please pause the video, read and try this question. The group of beliefs which constituted what for convenience sake is called the Egyptian religion in dash existence of some thousands of years passed through nearly every phase known to students of comparative mythology. Now, how do I answer for the blanks? What are the articles to be used? Now, okay. So in case of uncountable nouns, right, that cannot be counted and it does not have a plural form, for example, information. The is also used when it is specific. So the device you gave me was helpful. Now, when no article is used, when an uncountable noun is very, very general or very, very unspecific, right? So first thing you should know this. Here, the first, of course, blank, you will use in an existence of, right? First blank can take the article the or an, but so there are two articles which can actually come use it here. So we, according to options, will mark the existence or an existence, right? Second blank can only take known to the student. Why the student of comparative mythology? Because something specific we are referring to, right? Specific in nature. What is specific in nature? A particular student of a particular subject, comparative mythology. So only the will come here, right? Now, which of the two will be, which of the, according to the options will be correct? Only the can come in the second blank, right? And an or the in the first. So this one, according to the options, will be correct. Clear, understood, right? In an existence, you can also say in the existence of some thousands of years, but here only the will be used because we are referring to a particular student of a particular specific subject. Next one. Okay. So you can see the pattern, guys. The general question pattern will be like this mostly, where you're given sentences with blanks and you have to fill the word with an article, with an appropriate article. Dash apple, dash day will keep your ailments. I think this is a very general line we have all heard. So obviously, an apple a day means one singular day we are referring to. So an apple a day, right? These are indefinite articles. We are referring to something unspecified, right? Here we can talk about any day. So a day, right? And here because there's a vowel sound, apple, which means vowel sound. I told you sound rule. So and should be used, right? Second, obviously, we are talking about any day, no specific day. There is not a specific day. So a day, not a specific day. So any day if you have one apple, it will keep your ailments at bay, at a distance. So which one is correct here? Obviously, second one. Next, we will be launching many new products around Black Friday sale. There is a particular sale there is a sale which has a name. This is a particular thing, a specific thing, right? We know exactly what we are referring to. Black Friday is a specific day. It is nothing in general. So which the Black Friday sale, right? We exactly know what we are referring to. Simple one. Next, MBA Rendezvous is dash excellent web portal to get dash latest MBA related news. Now one thing is clear here, latest is given, which is superlative degree of adjective. So we say with all the superlative degrees of adjective, for example, the best, we say the smartest, right? EST, superlative degree. So obviously the will come here for sure. What about the first one? Indefinite article is used, right? So here, because of the vowel sound, excellent, and will be used, and excellent, right? So second will be your answer. Vowel sound is there, and excellent. We're talking about a singular noun, nothing very specific. An excellent web portal, excellent because of vowel sound, we are using an. Next one. He is dash teacher who always teaches a student to be dash responsible. Okay, in general, we are talking. We are not naming the teacher, right? A and the, but both can give us exact meanings in blank actually. He is the teacher if we have to say something from somebody in specific. A teacher also will be fine here in terms of context. What about the second one? We are referring to a particular group or member of a group. Understand, right? It is, of course, refers to a general, more than a general, actually it's a general, a responsible citizen, not a particular responsible, not particularly responsible in a way. So it's here also, it's a very general context, only a will fit, obviously a responsible citizen, right? So here also actually we are indicating to a very general idea, nothing particular. So according to options, the A or AA, so here only one is given, this will be a correct choice. Next, Bombay High Court opined means had an opinion, made an opinion, gave an opinion that an advocate who happens to be a tenant should act as a gentleman and vacate premises within 30 days after the landlord makes a request. Here, obviously, we are referring to a particular High Court, specific one. So, the will be used. Specific case here, something specific we are referring to Bombay High Court, the. For true, this will come. So option this and this is cancelled. Second blank C, what will you mention? Here also something specific that he should leave a particular land area premises, a particular premises where he is staying, right? So specific place, right? So specific place where the tenant stays, we have specified. Here also the should come. So option 3 will be your answer choice, right? Guys, this is how you will get your questions mostly through from articles, but if you're thorough with the rules and you practice a few, you will exactly know what to answer. Okay, so hope you got that right. Thank you, and of course I'll see you in the next set of videos. Till then, stay tuned with Olive Board. Thanks a lot.